Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Disney Done Differently. We're still doing our countdown to the Magic Kingdom's 50th anniversary. We are on our way to, don't forget, our 25th episode. I'll be giving away a $25 Disney gift card to whoever posts the most comments in either the Facebook group, the Instagram. Check it out on TikTok. There's a couple of things that have been posted on TikTok recently. But today, we need to take a moment of silence. The wave, no more. It's being replaced by Steakhouse 71. What are we gonna do? Don't worry about it. There's a famous dish at the Wave, and it is called bacon, eggs, and cheese. But what is it really? It's glazed pork belly. It's finished with polenta. And, well, let's go. Okay, so I have my pork belly. I'm going to take it, fill the pot up with just regular tap water. And you're going to take your pork belly skin side down. And it's at room temperature right now. So you don't turn the heat on until everything is in. So you're going to add that. I'm also going to add in 2 tablespoons of Chinese cooking wine, and then a couple of slices of ginger, fresh ginger, and you're going to bring this up to a boil. Once this boils, then we're going to just remove anything that's on the top, and then you want it to cook for a roaring boil for another 10 minutes. Okay, as the water's starting to boil, just want to just skim the top and get all these impurities out. And remember, at this point, when it starts to get to the boil, you want to go for an additional 10 minutes. That's when you just start to time it. Okay, so I like take the pork at this point and turn it long ways, and we're going to slice it straight down the middle. Nice. Okay, and then from here we're going to cut it into 3 pieces, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to cut these into 4 pieces. Okay, now at this point, we're just going to take regular butcher twine, and you can do this, you can tie it however you'd like. I personally just go across the top, make a knot. There, take another piece, and then I come across this way. Make a knot here, and you have your nice little pork package. We're going to cook this skin side down, so we're going to keep everything nice and tight. If you want and you're concerned about it, you can always cut the extra pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and do all those. Okay, so we got our pork tied up into little packages, cut off all the extra string. I know you haven't seen it, right? So Instapot, if you have a pressure cooker, you can do it for the pressure cooker as well. I don't ever cook in this, but for this dish, this is going to save me some time and going to give me the product the way I like it. So in the off position, right, I'm going to add just green onion. You can use leeks if you'd like. You just want to cover the bottom. This is going to add fragrance, and this is also going to help that the pork is not going to stick to the bottom. Okay, from there, I'm going to do about 1/4 cup of ginger sliced, and we'll just get that around into there. And now we'll add our pork. I like to add the pork skin side down and just go around Try to space it as much as you can, but all pots are different. If you don't have an Instapot and you don't have a slow cooker or whatever these things are called, you can use a traditional pot, doing it the exact same way that I'm doing it here. Okay, so now those are all spaced out. Next I'm going to add 2 sticks of cinnamon, and those are just in there. Bay leaf. I took 1 large bay leaf. You could do 2 small ones, and we'll just add that. Okay, and then we're going to take a half a cup of light soy. We'll mix that all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to take 4 tablespoons of dark soy. What's dark soy? It's also called sweet soy. It's just, it adds so much flavor and a completely different texture to it. We just want to make sure we get all that in there. Okay, now at this point, this is where I add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. I like to just sprinkle it all the way around. You can just drop it in the center because it's all going to mix up. But just in my head, I know if I cover it, then I have better coverage. I'm going to take a half a cup of the Chinese cooking wine. We're going to add a half a cup of that. Now if you have dark cooking wine as well, you're more than welcome to use that. So I'm going to just use a half. You know what? A little splash more just for the flavor. And we're almost there. So now we're just going to take regular water and just fill it up until the pork is covered. So I added 4 cups of water. Want to make sure your pork is trying to stay underneath that. And we're just going to cook this on low heat for 2 hours. If you have the pressure cooker, I would do 1 hour. But in this style, 2 hours. Alright, here it is. Placenta. No, polenta. That was for my friend Barry. So, we have cornmeal. Fine cornmeal. Okay, there's multiple ways to make polenta. The ratio is always going to be 4 to 1. So 1 cup of cornmeal to 4 cups of liquid. That liquid can range multiple different ways. I'm going to show you how I do it for flavor. So we're going to start with 1 cup of chicken stock. To that, this isn't going to look right, but I'm adding 1 cup of milk. And then to that, I'm just going to add 2 cups of water. That's 4 cups. Now, if you wanted to, you can go 5 to 1. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to wait for this to boil. Alright, so we're at a rapid boil, and you're just going to start to add in your cornmeal very slowly and constantly be mixing. As long as you're constantly mixing, you don't have to worry about any lumps. So again, that's 1 whole cup of cornmeal to 4 cups of liquid. Okay, you're going to start to see that it's getting thick, and that's luxurious. Okay, so now at this point that it's nice and thick, I'm going to start adding in 4 tablespoons of butter. That's what's going to make it nice and silky. And you're just going to keep stirring it to incorporate all that butter. Alright, so I'm just going to move this to the side for a second. And I just grated, I'm using white cheddar. About 2 cups. Some say it's a lot. I like flavor. And you're going to do the same thing. All you're going to do is just continue to incorporate it. It's going to melt. It's going to be luxurious. This is sharp white cheddar. Now, once it's all incorporated, you're going to take this and you want to make sure you got to keep whisking it until there's no lumps. And then you're just going to place a lid on top and you're going to sit it off the heat for about 5 minutes on the back of the stove. Why 5 minutes? Folks, that's the way I've always been doing it. That's all I know. That's how I know how to do polenta. If I did it less than 5 minutes, I get lumps. If I do it more than 5 minutes, it falls apart. 5 minutes, and I have perfect polenta every single time. Alright folks, my favorite part, putting this dish together. So we're going to take this lovely, creamy polenta, and we're just going to put it right into the center of the plate. Just like that. And we're going to take our pork belly. Look at that piece of pork belly. I'm going to hit that with just a little bit of the sauce. And then the most famous part, I'm doing mine a little differently, and let it break. So what I like to do, break that egg up, mix it right in with your cheesy polenta. Look, I'm using a spoon, and the pork is cooked absolutely perfectly. Just give this a couple of chops here. Break up that egg. Now, because you're at home, which you can't do at the Wave, but you can here, a little more of that sauce. Well, that was a favorite of mine. So I hope you enjoyed what you watched today. I know I did. I had a lot of fun. Can't wait to see if anybody can make this dish. It is delicious, folks. It's one of my favorites. It's a little bit of Disney World in a plate. So if you did like what you saw today, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your friends. Till next time, everybody.